Welcome to the Playboy Mansion.
Hi, welcome to Playboy's Tarot. Today we'll be doing a pick a card reading based on why your ex left you or broke up with you. So we have 4 piles to choose from. Number 1 being the aventurine, number 2 being the rose quartz, 3 the sodalite, and 4 the carnelian crystal. I like to pull a card for basically the crowning energy surrounding the situation to give kind of like an umbrella message based on what's going on. So we pulled the 9 of Wands reversed, basically pointing towards someone just giving up the fight, no longer wanting to defend the situation anymore, and just releasing it and letting go. And I think that really coincides with, breakups, so it seemed very fitting. So I just wanted to give you guys a few seconds to to pick a deck you're most drawn to or a stone you're most drawn to, so you can get the most optimal reading for you guys. So just take a few seconds to do that, and I do urge you to try and pick just one deck. Just one. Alright, starting with deck 1. Energy. Alright. Pile 1. We have the Emperor, the 2 of Pentacles, the 5 of Swords, Justice, the Knight of Cups, and the Fool. So your ex could have left you because they were trying to regain control into their own life. And we have the 2 of Pentacles here, so they were having a hard time finding balance between this relationship and either their responsibilities, someone else. They just felt like they were juggling this relationship or juggling a lot of things, and this relationship was just another thing on their plate that they didn't have enough energy and drive to deal with. Also, they could have felt that you were very controlling. Maybe between you guys, there was a lot of hostile communication. There was a lot of arguments between the both of you, and you could have been dealing with a Libra or an Aries and a Taurus. Yeah, perhaps there was a lot of arguments going around due to someone being controlling or someone gaining control in their life. Maybe this was a situation where, someone was always saying what one person wasn't doing, or, someone wasn't paying attention to their responsibilities. We do have the 5 of Swords here, so that's where I'm getting harsh communication between the both of you. And they just felt like they needed justice and they weren't being treated fairly. Maybe they felt you hurt them with something you said, and they wanted to get back at you for it. Because justice sometimes could be someone seeking justice for themselves. They could have, I feel like they weren't really feeling loved in the situation. And someone offered them a better, not necessarily a better offer, but something more emotional. And they felt like whoever was coming towards them while you guys were going through this rocky patch, they felt that they were more affectionate and caring. And it could be like whenever you guys would argue, with the Five of Swords. You know, there'll be someone in their ear like, oh, I would never treat you like that. Oh, I would never do this. This person treats you so badly. I would blah, 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 blah. And, you know, why don't you just try it with me or whatever the fuck. And, you know, with the Fool here, they did take a leap of faith in a new direction. Now we'll get into some clarifiers. The Tower. I feel like that's highlighting this unexpected breakup. They could have broke up with you out of nowhere and just ended up being very, very cold. Very controlled in how they would react to you. Maybe they felt you unexpectedly or just out of nowhere became controlling, or they felt controlled in the situation. Also, someone could have had an unexpected child that they found out about and was trying to juggle this relationship and also keeping that secret. Page of Wands with the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, someone could have felt like someone was just really immature. And just a busybody and just doing too much. Five of Swords with Three of Cups. So yeah, there was someone on the outside that was causing this challenge between you guys. Four of Cups reversed with the... Sorry, my camera cut off due to a lack of storage. So I had to clear up some space, but we'll continue where I believe I left off, which is the Four of Cups clarifying the Justice card. So, I feel like they didn't feel like they were getting what they deserved here with this relationship. And we also have the Six of Cups clarifying the Knight of Cups. And I feel like they were feeling like they were missing an opportunity with someone from the past. Maybe the reason why they left you was to get back with their ex or someone they dealt with before that they feel like they missed an opportunity with. And this person presented a second chance to them. And it was someone who they were waiting on with the Three of Wands, which I know sucks to hear, and I'm sorry, with the Three of Wands. And I guess that ship that they were waiting on finally presented themselves and they took a leap of faith. But you see, they have the Fool in this deck has a cup and it's spilling over and they're about to fall off a cliff. So I don't really know if this is gonna be a good idea for them. But yeah, that could be why they left. And I'm sorry. Ugh, feels awkward to end that on this note. But that was for you guys, number one. Just make sure you keep your head high and fuck them. Like, who cares? If this was an unjust situation where they did you dirty, justice is there, so karma will be served in due time, but just focus on yourself and healing yourself. And that's really all you can do. All right, now on to pile number 2. Rose quartz. We have the Ten of Cups, the High Priestess, the Knight of Swords, the Ten of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and the Six of Wands. Okay. With the Ten of Wands, with the Ten of Cups being here, I feel like they were happy here and content and comfortable, but there was still something hidden and not clear. Or this is due to their family. Their family in some way was blocking this relationship for some of you. Also, they could have been feeling like ending this relationship would be the best thing for their sense of happiness due to secrets being here. And there was some sort of confrontation with the Knight of Swords. Someone came in and just said it like it was. And they probably vocalized that doing this would be the best for them because they felt like they needed to release this burden that was this relationship. 2 tens, so definitely completion. They felt like the time stamp on this relationship had run its course and that they just needed to release this for themselves. Maybe they were chasing some sort of different endeavor where they felt like they had to be single to do that. With the Ace of Wands and the Six of Wands, this could have had to do with their image publicly, protecting their image, or there's a lot of people that were watching them and they felt like they had to cut this off. Someone could have offered them something or a new opportunity came along that would bring them a lot of attention and they had to let you go. Or Ace of Wands is like a passionate type of vibe, like could be like a one-night stand. They could have stepped out on this relationship once, but I don't really think that's what it is until we clarify. But they were doing something for how it would appear on the outside. Okay, Ten of Cups is clarified by the Hangman reverse. So this could be someone who can't stay somewhere for long once things are good that you were dealing with. Hangman and the High Priestess, definitely Piscean energy. So some of you guys could be dealing with a Pisces, an air sign, or a fire sign. So I just feel like this is someone who can't handle being in a fulfilling relationship. High Priestess clarifying the High Priestess. Okay, yeah, there's definitely something unclear. Eight of Wands reverse. Okay, Eight of Wands reverse clarifying the Knight of Swords, and the Knight of Wands clarifying the Ten of Wands reverse. So yeah, this is someone who I feel has a lot of inner tension within themselves. So they usually start conflict when things are going well in their life to find a way out, because if they don't, then they might actually be happy. This could be someone who's manipulative and likes to do things for attention in a way of breaking up with you and stuff just to get your attention again, to start over. You know, kind of like a makeup breakup type thing. Likes to be on again, off again, because it renews the relationship and renews the passion for them, because they can't deal with something steady flowing for a long period of time. So with the Knight of Wands clarifying the Ten of Wands, so yeah, dropping something really quickly to rush out, but only to rush back in again, with the Ace of Wands being here. Or they rushed out because they could have immediately broken up with you to deal with a situation outside of them, like a one-night stand or whatever the fuck. So it wouldn't be considered cheating and then come back in. That's one scenario as well. Alright, so the Ace of Pentacles is clarifying the Ace of Wands. So, yeah. If this was a rush in, rush out, like they broke up with you just so they can get back together with you, for some of you, they do want to come back around for a commitment again. Because, like I said, they like that whole, you know, causing conflict only to, you know, get back together just so it feels new and fresh again. Like it could be someone who kind of needs drama in their life, or they rushed out to deal with someone because they wanted a new beginning with them passionately. But with the Two of Wands clarifying the Six of Wands, they just like attention and need to get attention from different sources. So they're at a crossroads between possibly you and someone else who gives them attention, or because you both are giving them attention, because you guys can both be feeding into this little act that they do where they, you know, break up with you out of nowhere, cut off communication out of nowhere. And it's just really, really manipulative. And they like keeping you in the dark and somebody else in the dark. Or I feel like they like keeping you at a crossroads within your life, because it feeds into their ego and gives them attention, knowing that, you know, they're keeping you stuck between a rock and a hard place. So, number twos, I believe. This is why your ex left you, and they should stay gone if you ask my opinion. Don't feed anyone's ego. If they do show up again, just tell them the truth. Like, you need to grow up. Like, what is the point of that? So that's for some of you. All right, number threes. You have the Seven of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, the Five of Cups, the Moon. So many people dealing with secrets. And the Magician. Okay. So, looking into this, I feel like in the relationship, they felt like they were fighting for it. You know, fighting for this happy family, this commitment. Or there was a fight regarding a family. But with the Nine of Wands being reversed as the crowning energy for everyone's reading, you know, they couldn't hold up the fight anymore. And, you know, decided to just give up. And that, you know, they've been hurt already enough. There could have been a lot of arguments and just a lot of tension within this relationship. You know, fighting for their happiness. But for whatever reason, it wasn't clear and it didn't make sense. Maybe they felt like you were hiding something. Or they were being secretive. Or they were fighting you and defending themselves because they were defending a secret. And they didn't want you to know what it was. They're grieving this. Or they found something out that hurt them. Or they knew that they would hurt you with this Five of Cups and the Ten of Swords being here. So whatever, they might have just left you abruptly. And a lot of things were left unclear, but they wanted it that way with the Magician. Because they knew if you knew the whole truth, it would hurt you. We gonna try and find out the truth today. Seven of Wands being clarified by the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands is upright in this position, even though the crowning energy is Nine of Wands reverse. So I feel like during this, when they were breaking up with you, they were fighting you or fighting in this relationship to defend themselves. But overall, they had to just give up. Or I feel like they were fighting for the relationship at one point, but they just gave up. Or they were really, really defending themselves or defending some secret or something they were keeping to themselves. Seven of Swords reversed with the Ten of Pentacles. So you could have caught them betraying this commitment, or they caught you, or someone had an external relationship, whether it was marriage. Someone could have stepped out on their marriage and got caught. Maybe they did. And also someone could have had a family on the side. I feel like I got that for another group of some of these cards. Yeah, and it got found out, and that would make sense with the Ten of Swords and the Five of Cups and the Moon. But somebody was doing something on the side and got caught up. Five of Pentacles with the 10 of Swords. 5, 5, 10, 10, 7, 7, 9, 9. Okay, number 3s. This is a big one. So 5 is half of 10. So this is also, again, reiterating you going your separate ways. So after someone got caught, or to avoid being fully caught, they knew if they got caught up for whatever they were doing, say if you didn't know they were up to no good, that you would leave them out in the cold. So they decided to be the one who left you. I feel like this is someone trying to avoid pain or being hurt. Like the pain of confrontation. The Hierophant. Okay, some of you guys could be dealing with a Taurus, a Cancer. With the Hierophant clarifying the 5 of Cups. This is someone, the reason why they left, obviously, is they know they've broken their commitment to you already. And, that it was already done for. Like, they knew whatever they did or how they were feeling. I feel like it's just that they already betrayed the commitment and they knew it was over. Even if they didn't betray the commitment, because we do have just a lot of like fighting and like tension and strife. So I feel like they just knew the relationship was over. For some people, they could have been grieving a past relationship that they never healed from. Yeah, the universe, which is the world, clarifying the moon. They felt like this had already come full circle and, you know, that you guys had already reached your expiration date or that, you know, I just got what's done in the dark comes to the light. And we do have the moon, and that, you know, that their karma was coming back around. Maybe you already found out about what happened. So with the Magician being in this position, I feel like they knew that there was nothing left that they could do to repair this. I hope I'm not losing you. Magician with the 2 of Cups. Okay. So, yeah. This goes back for me to the Hierophant with the 5 of Cups, grieving a past relationship and wanting to get that back, or they feel what I feel for some people as well. You know, they already wrecked the relationship, caused you pain and hurt. And, you know, the secrets were revealed with the universe and the moon together. It's come full circle, but the feelings have come full circle for them as well, and they want to manifest a relationship back with you. Some of them want to get back together and are working towards that with the Magician coming back to you. They gave up the fight at one point, but now they're ready to come back around. And you can be feeling that intuitively with them and could be wanting them back as well, and may very well end up back together. Just use strong discernment for you to decide whether or not this person is worthy of another chance. But that's up to you, not to me. It depends on whether or not you can move past what happened, because there was some sort of pain all up here, but 10s are the completions of it. So if you feel like you can get past this with this person, they may be in an energy of wanting to try again for some of you guys. Some of you guys, they don't feel like they can make this work again as well. You decide. Alright, number 3s. Hopefully that made sense for someone. Now for my number 4s. We have the Page of Wands, the Page of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, the 7 of Swords, the Star, and the 8 of Swords. So right now when I was just pulling these out, I just kept getting like internet stuff, because we have pages and the star being Aquarius, and Aquarius rules over the internet, you know, social media. This is 11th house stuff, so Uranus, electronics, and blah blah blah. And pages are, you know, messages of news and whatever. So I feel like for some of you guys, this had something to do with like social media, text messages, DMs, and stuff like that. That, you know, they could have been, you know, messaging people online. And, you know, just talking to people over the internet. And we have the 7 of Swords. So sneaking around while doing this. With the Wheel of Fortune, I feel like the wheel turned, you know, the universe spin the wheel to exposure, and you found out about it. You know, probably caught them texting someone they shouldn't have, or talking to someone they shouldn't have. They could have also just been very immature, or they felt like you were immature and sneaking around as well. But with the Star here, some of you guys, your exes could have needed healing, and that's why they left. Maybe they felt like you were doing things that you weren't supposed to do, or that you couldn't maturely express yourself as well. You can express your emotions, your passionate side with the Page of Wands and the Page of Cups. For some of you guys, you know, weren't really satisfying them. Also could have just been a lot of petty behavior, you know, one-upmanship with the Pages and then the 7 of Swords. Like, everyone's was just kind of like doing little things to piss the other person off, and you guys would take turns with this wheel. One would be up, one would be down, and you guys would just jab at each other a lot. And they just felt like they had to let this go with the Nine of Wands here. They didn't feel like it was worth fighting for or defending against anymore. And it could have been a lot of mental stuff, because we have the Eight of Swords and the Seven of Swords. You both could have been feeling like mentally trapped within this and playing head games with each other with the Page of Wands and the Page of Cups. You know, like, oh, I'll text you this time. Or, you know, they'll write a little cryptic message that could be interpreted in different ways, where you could feel like they were out sneaking around on you and they were just doing that to mess with your head, or you doing stuff, you know, just manipulating each other with the things that you would say and the stuff that you would write or do or whatever. And with the wheel, you guys were just spinning that wheel back and forth, back and forth. So one person would do it, then the next person would do it, and the other person would stop. And then, you know, just both playing with each other. And that's and with the pages, that's immature energy. And so they got tired of that, or you got tired of that, and you both parted ways because all that left you guys feeling was stuck in your head. Now we're going to clarify for some more information. Alright, so the High Priestess is clarifying the Page of Wands. So yeah, I feel like they were just saying things again. It's just reiterating for me that they were saying things, just are doing things, or giving you weird, like, mixed signals to keep you in the dark or feeling confused, and, you know, just to be really manipulative. Or they feel like you were doing that to them as well, because this is also why they left you. So we can't forget that. They could have felt like you were giving them mixed signals, and you would say something but do another. Or you could never express how you truly felt. The Sun clarifying the Page of Cups. Yeah, the Universe, which is the world, clarifying the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. I feel like the Sun being here with the Page of Cups is they left you, or, you know, ended things for more clarity, or things, they knew things would be completely illuminated. Because I know the Sun is like all about happiness and stuff, but it's also about illumination, like complete. Because what can hide in sunlight? And they just needed clarity. Also, they could have gotten a message from someone who they felt would make them truly happy, or they are working on themselves and getting their happiness back after this relationship. But again, I feel it was just kind of petty. With the World and the Wheel of Fortune, yeah, they're just closing out this cycle between you guys. And since it's the Wheel of Fortune and the World clarifying each other, that's Major Arcana over Major Arcana. So this is a decision by the universe, you know? It had to happen. It was completed. The relationship between you guys, what was going on between you guys wasn't benefiting anybody, or wasn't for anyone's highest good. At least they felt that way. Maybe they felt like something else was on the horizon for them. Seven of Swords with the Knight of Swords. So yeah, again, just y'all, I don't think it was more so cheating for you guys, or at least not physically. This is all about communication and the mind, the mental sphere, and mind games, head play, mind gymnastics, whatever you want to call it. You guys both would fuck with each other's heads, or, you know, they felt like you were fucking with their head. And the conversation, communication between you guys was just very, very harsh and petty. Like, petty. You know, you guys could have been just dancing around a lot of things with your words as well. You know, saying one thing, but you know when you want to convey a message to someone in kind of like a cryptic way, or, you know, I'm gonna say it this way, but what I really mean is this way. Like, everything between you guys, verbally and mentally, would have a double meaning to it. Guys are even jumbling my mind up. The Star being clarified by the Ten of Cups. Some of you guys' exes left you because they care. Believe it or not. That with the Star being clarified by the Ten of Cups, I feel like they think that a break needs to be taken just so you guys can get to a point of healing and actual happiness. For some of you, they feel like this break is needed because where you guys are at is just, no one's getting anywhere by playing games and dancing around things and head fucking one another. Like, what does that do for anyone? Some of you guys also could have been in a relationship where you guys were putting on a good face for the public, and then behind the scenes it was a shit show, or, you know, just a lot of, once again, just those games. But, you know, everyone would be like, oh yeah, whatever, and they're healing because of that. Or for others, they left because they want something real and fulfilling. That's what they're wishing for with the Star and the Ten of Cups. Eight of Swords with the Nine of Swords. So yeah, this relationship just gave them a lot of anxiety, and it was just really, really, it just really, really kept them in their heads, you know. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, you know, a lot of anxiety. Once again, feeling stuck. And, you know, they knew they could get out or whatever, but it was just so hard. Because between the both of you, this energy was there of anxiety. And, you know, why are we treating each other this way? Like, thinking to themselves, obviously, because with the universe and the wheel, obviously, that's fixed sign energy. So Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, and Scorpio. And with fixed energy, if you're not dealing with a fixed sign, it's like the fixed signs, even when they know, you know, like, damn, like, all right, I'm in the wrong, I fucked up, or, you know, this is not good. I already started this shit, so I gotta see this to the end or whatever. So, you know, you guys are going back and forth and, you know, coming at each other and doing little shit to each other and knowing and feeling like, oh, like this doesn't feel good. This is wrong. I should just apologize. I should just, you know, fix this or whatever. But due to ego and pride or whatever, no, you just wouldn't stop keeping each other in that type of mental agitation with each other. And it just kept you guys very, very on edge in the relationship. And, you know, they didn't feel like they could release that or get out of that space. Maybe they didn't feel like you would want to get out of that space, that you would keep them trapped. They could have felt trapped by the relationship, that you were keeping them trapped, and it was giving them a lot of anxiety. Air, that's a very, very, you know, flighty energy as well. Not in the same sense as fire, obviously, but like mentally. They could have just felt like a ball bouncing in a small, like, room, hitting the walls and trying to get out. That's kind of how it felt in their mind. And that's why they had to get out, because they felt like that's the only way they would get, you know, with the sun, happiness, the star, healing. So this was a very cerebral driven relationship. It was all like mental. I feel like a lot of your issues was due to communication and being in your head and not really just being clear with each other, especially with the Seven of Swords here. So I don't think it was just outward cheating or whatever. They could have been like talking to someone or whatever, but I don't think anything physically happened. Obviously for some of you guys, yeah, it could have. But I think it was more so you guys just creating this illusion in your head that this could be going on or that could be going on, or overthinking situations or making things look a certain way that it really wasn't that way. And that's why they just had to walk away, because they just gave up. That was a mouthful. But I hope this gave you some insight, and I wish you the best of luck and healing after this relationship. And just really, really just, you know, ease your mind and try and find, you know, peace afterwards. And just all relationships that go to shit, or even relationships that are sustained, they're all about learning and growth. So it's just about learning what not to do the next time. So thank you for watching, guys. Bye.
Shout out to everybody. I had fun.
I gotta be good.